Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Live. Now, Celeste Ntuli will be celebrating her 44th birthday and has prepared a very special comedy show for her audience. Playing homage to her childhood icon, Brenda Fassie, Celeste Ntuli and the Big Dudes will take you on a journey on how a South African recording group rose to fame after the release of their debut single, Weekend Special. The inaugural comedy special will take place at Empress Palace on the 25th of August, and she joins us now virtually to tell us more about the upcoming show. Celeste, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live. I mean, I can't believe you're 44 already. It feels like you've been in the industry so long, right?
Right. I woke up and I was like, oh, wow, this is what they say when they say, you must have this at this age. There are things that you're like, wow, I should have done this. Or maybe I didn't think this was going to take this long to happen. So, yeah. Growing up is a scam. You just wake up and you're a different age.
A big scam, I'm telling you.
I don't feel 44 because I used to think 44 is far. I used to think like, yo, people who are 44, they've done things in life, eh? But now I'm 44 and I feel like there's so much to do.
Yeah.
And thinking about what I'm going to do with the paying homage with Celeste and the Big Dudes, I was thinking of Brenda Fassie's life. And I was like, Brenda died so young, but when I was young, I thought she was so old. You know what I mean? But when I look at the documentary, I'm like, she was so young, but she has done so much, and that had inspired me so much in life.
I want to speak about that. You being aware of Brenda Fassie. My first memory of Brenda Fassie and me being aware of this icon was me Dodo. I don't know if you remember this video, and she's wearing socks and a swimming costume. Do you remember that? What was your first, memory of Brenda Fassie?
It affirmed me to want to be an artist because the actual lyrics of the song is about this young boy that sees her and they've seen her on TV, seen her singing, and they want to know how to do it. And of course, you know when that song hits and then she goes, confidence, baby, confidence.
Yes.
For me, that one was the one that was just sending me, and I would feel really confident when I listened to that song. And I didn't even know what I was feeling when I was young, but I think she had that much star power. Like you didn't understand what was happening to you, but the feeling that she gave you in what she did. I didn't get a chance to go and see her in those big concerts. But when I was older, in 2001, and I came to Joburg, and I thought, me and my friend, we thought we were just going to come and do auditions and get on TV. We didn't know what was doing. We're like, when you're young, you think things are just going to happen the way you think it's going to come from tertiary, go to Joburg and work. And luckily, I got a chance to meet Brenda Fassie in one of the weekends, because my friend was so forward. I don't know how she got to know her friends, and her friends knew her friends. And the next thing, we were at a party with her, rolling in her car and her dog. For me, the whole thing was just so surreal. Like, is this Brenda Fassie? And the way she was so human and so relatable to people. And I was still starstruck. And I remember in Yeovil, we're still starstruck. I was still like, I don't even know what to say to her. I'm still like watching as if I'm watching television. And she came and there was a guy that was singing with a guitar somewhere there in Yeovil. You know those people where they have to, put on a hat, the money in a hat. Brenda Fassie took the mic, begged the guy, asked the guy to play one of her songs, and she sang.
Wow.
And she took the hat and let people, collect money. And for me, I will never forget that experience. I was like, oh my God, this person really loves what she's doing. It's not about television for her, and it's not about the other stuff. And those days, there was not even social media, so you can't even say she was doing that for clout. But that's who she was.
Yeah.
And for me, that has inspired me a lot.
Yeah.
And I love all her music, like all South Africans, I guess.
Timeless. Okay, so we know who Brenda Fassie's big dudes were. Who are your big dudes for your 44th birthday?
Oh, my big dudes. My big dudes are funny. They know nothing about music, but my big dudes are funny. My big dudes is Ronnie Madimula, Tex Ngonzo, Isaac Kampu, Chris Mapani, and Felix Klope. And if you look at that lineup, all those people, most of them have started comedy before me. I mean, Ronnie started comedy before me, Felix started comedy before me. Chris Mapani was one of my mentors when I was doing on SABC 1, So You Think You're Funny in 2009. So those people are people that I believe that they are just hilarious, and I've worked with them a number of times. And the reason why even my show is going to be called Celeste Ntuli going forward is because I am going to be selecting big dudes, people who I know that in comedy, they are great and they've done this. And big dudes, at some level, there will be women. It won't be just big dudes because they're men.
Yeah.
It's just, it happens that this time, these are the comedians that I got in this lineup. But the show itself, because I'm celebrating my birthday, and you can see the poster, I replicated Brenda Fassie's cover of the first album there, the weekend special. Mine is called Birthday Special. So I do have, you see, Ted does music with his comedy.
Yes.
But I also have elements, on the show. There are people who are going to come in and surprise people on the show. There's a great, dope musician. I don't want to say. So you have to come to the show to experience the whole thing. I'm not a musician. It's still going to be a comedy show. But I just, featured a band and one, snippet of music as a celebration. But then the comedy will continue as comedy.
I want to talk about how you balance out the issues that you're so passionate about and translate those into comedy, because we all know you're very opinionated, and you feel very strongly about certain issues like the gender gap. How do you balance that out on stage for you?
I think if you're a comedian, you are lucky enough, because we are living in a society now where a difference of an opinion can be taken as offense.
Yeah.
More than just a difference of an opinion. But with comedy, I love the fact that comedy highlights without offending. It highlights things that are just with everyone. And I think we've become so sensitive with gender issues as if everyone is just phobic. No, some people will ask questions because they want to know clarity, because we can't run away from the fact that this is new. There's no generation that has dealt with this like we're dealing with it now. So we must allow everyone who has questions, opinions, to voice them. They don't have to attack anyone. They don't have to be attacked. And I think comedy is also, it's not even about that. It's about highlighting the humor in those things. Like sometimes as human beings, we get hung up into what we see, and we sometimes do funny things in the midst of what we're thinking, to trying to find out. And that's what comedy does. We can talk about the sensitive issue or the edgy issue, but the point is not about the issue exactly. The point is about, look at how funny we treat funerals, Look at how funny we treat this. It might be, I'm not making a joke about death. I'm not making a joke about a funeral, but I'm making a joke about how people behave in those circumstances and how people behave in those situations, and question things that needs to be questioned. And also, because otherwise, how are we going to move forward as a society? And I find that most of the time, people laugh because why? They've thought about it.
Yeah.
The reason why, even if it's an edgy subject, people are just going to laugh is because they're going to laugh at the fact that, oh, I've thought about it. Oh, I can't believe she asked that. I've always wondered as well. So that's the joke. That's where the joke is. It's where we all meeting at this point, where we've been here before. But it's just that as a comedian, I'm lucky enough to be able to pack it and voice it and unpack it.
All right, Celeste, give us the details again, time and place and your dates again.
The date is on the 25th of August, which is actually my birthday. So it's going to be at Palace. And the show starts at 8. Ticket Pro at 300 rands. So, and people are going to get more than 300 rands. Okay? When I looked at the lineup, I was like, hey, should have been more. But hey, I'm enjoying that it's my birthday show. And I just want to do this more often. And going forward, it's going to have even international acts, because I've now, know so many comedians abroad in different countries.
Listen, your legs in that poster, né? They're nowhere near 44. Celeste, thank you so much for talking to us. Celeste Ntuli.
So
and the big dudes will feature Celeste alongside other prominent comedians, bringing audiences a never-before-seen comedy experience. We just spoke to the comedian and actress, and she turns 44 on the 25th of August. All right, after the break, we speak to female creatives as we continue to celebrate Women's Month. And this time we focus on the film industry. Stay with us.